where do we look, not just for meaning and purpose, but like, how do we judge ourselves? Are we looking outside or are we looking inside? And one of the ways I like to think of Flux and a Flux mindset is reshaping our relationship to change from the inside out. And what's fascinating is, I think this shows up a lot in business, but it also shows up in families and whatnot, where we often develop our sense of worth based on external factors. What so-and-so says we should do, an external, quarterly returns are the classic case of this. But, some kind of external, we need to develop strategy that's out in the world. But what we often fail to recognize or even realize sometimes is that this is all fundamentally grounded in our mindset, our internal relationship to change. And so the way I like to often phrase this is, do you see change from a place of hope or fear? That's not strategy, that's mindset. Are you excited or frightened by tomorrow? That's not strategy, that's mindset. Are you, do you try to control how things, or do you want to control how tomorrow is going to play out and then struggle when things don't go to plan? That's not strategy, that's mindset. And here's the hook. The more that we seek validation or fulfillment or whatever it may be externally, without being clear on what grounds us internally, the more we're going to be on this constant hamster wheel or this constant sense of anxiety or not being quite there yet. I'm not there. As soon as I get there, whatever there is, wherever it is for you, that I'll be there. You'll never get there. And yet when you start with the inside first, who you are, what grounds you, what roots you, and really developing those values and expectations for yourself, not determined by society per se, but who you are, all of a sudden, a lot of that external stuff, it's not that you automatically solve it, but it becomes so much more clear, so much more sort of vivid in terms of what matters and what doesn't. And I feel like as I sit around looking at individuals, but also just organizations and what we're chasing, that there's so much of this external stuff going on, but not a lot of the internal. And so it is very holistic. It's also very genuinely human-centric as we look at what we need as individuals, but also organizations are nothing but groups of individuals, and society, same thing, right? So whatever layer or scale you want to take this, feel free. It's equally applicable at all of them, but that it ultimately starts from the inside out, and that mindset trumps strategy, mindset trumps metrics, mindset trumps so many things that we spend a lot of time talking about, but yet we don't spend that much time talking about our state of mind. Fundamentally, like, who are we and what drives us as we show up?